if I recall correctly,
Hey, welcome to Friday Night D&D with DM Kalsto.
Happy Friday, everybody. How's it going? Nope.
This is Slumber.
Slumber. Gang's all here. We're down one Kate and one Nick. But we knew this ahead of time. He'll be good. All right. Well, we'll get right back into our action, see where this goes. So, Mr. Patrick, take it away.
Where we last left off, our party had just re-entered the Zognot tombs under the title of Rescue Party 3. As they passed through the mechanical dragon room, they found all the traps inactive, a body that had the flesh removed from their bones, and the mechanical beast was torn in two. Upon re-entering the tomb of the undead lord, they faced previously, they came across fresh bodies that they assumed came from either of the previous two search teams. As they were about to advance towards the further portion of the mine, they were accosted by a large cloud of darkness. Baron was quickly engulfed by it and felt his energy and high spirits sapped away from him. But the rest of the party, finding purchase, was able to defeat it before more of them were drained. In the next section, Deft, using his superior hearing, was able to hear faint breathing of dwarves behind the stone wall that Baron had made previously. Upon breaking through, they saw them all to be unconscious, as well as needing to resort to desperate means in order to survive, with some mangled corpses in the corner of the room. As Theris, Deft, and Ari decided what to do with them, Solomon continued down the mines and was noticed by a giant cobalt golem. Holding fast, he stood his ground as it approached the narrow hallway, but this meant that no one without magical ability would be able to assist him. Patrick, struggling to get past Solomon, was teleported with Ari to the other side, where he unleashed a small and seemingly ineffective series of light blows. However, upon snapping his fingers, the golem began to crumble from the inside out into a pile of rubble. As the party scouts for more of the cave, helps dwarves get out of the mine and find some clues, Theris, with his arcane eye, stumbles upon an ancient worm slumbering within a giant pit of resonating crystal. As he stares at the slumbering monstrosity, is where we start today's session.
Well done, sir. Take that inspiration.
That proves I watched the episode, right?
Mm-hmm. Although, the only thing that I did remember as you were going through here, you did also leave out your favorite creatures. So, we can share our pictures again. I don't think we have a viewer yet, but if anyone watches it later on YouTube, here you go. We had, surrounding that cave and kind of up on the sides of the tunnels, were these creatures. And a larger format.
Hey, welcome, Bert. We're actually playing D&D now instead of Diablo.
The sleeping creature. So those were what were at the bottom of the cave, and then the four-legged creatures are the ones that were more numerous. So Theris, you have your eye down there. Anything else you wanted to do with it, or anywhere else you wanted to look?
Does there appear to be any other exits from that area? And is the worm sleeping?
Roll an investigation check or a medicine check. Your choice.
I'm better at medicine than investigating, so...
It's still not that bad, even though it was a little bit on the lower side. But it looks like it's in a deep, deep sleep. You can tell by, like, the pace of its breath is very long. Like, it's not active and seems to be dormant.
I will not get too close. I'll cautiously try to scout the chamber it's in. Does it appear like this is its lair? There's a lot of treasure. Is it captive? Are there chains anywhere?
So from what you can
exits?
see, you don't see any other paths. Or it looks like it just goes down here. based on what you saw coming in and knowing what the place is, just being a mine where they're collecting this crystal, it was very likely they probably dug their way down here mining crystal and then found that at the bottom and stopped. Or they got down to the bottom and those smaller creatures came out and made them stop. But, I mean, you don't see anything specifically. It just looks like
Doesn't
it goes
appear to be
straight
a
down.
horde or anything.
No. In fact, it looks like this creature was actually in the stone itself. Like completely no space or anything. Just imprisoned under stone. I mean, there's the resonating crystal, but that's about it.
And there's no other exits out of here?
Oh, for the room itself, it continues on to the west.
Yeah, I
But in
want to
this chamber
continue
now.
scouting past that if possible.
Yeah, let me go ahead and open this up. So you go to the next chamber. As you fly in, the first thing you notice is it mass mode. Do we have Bram? I'm not using Bram here. I'll give you an eyeball. Everybody loves an eyeball.
You're only giving him one. Doesn't he need two?
All right, there's your eyes by the pit. Explore away. Now here, I'll unlock all that. All right, so as you kind of fly in here, you see more bodies, fully armored dwarven soldiers that are just armor and bone. But you do notice the armor on these ones does not appear to be like corroded or damaged anyway. They're just dead. As you pass by the tents, same thing. You probably see just in this general vicinity you're in, especially as you're like right where you are right now to your left and your right, there's just probably close to 100 dead dwarven miners and a small handful of soldiers.
Does there appear to have been a combat, or like they just fell over dead where they're at?
Some of them look like they're trying to run. Some of them just look like they fell over where they were. You do note the ones that are closer towards the direction of your guys' cave where you came from, so where you just walked through. They seem to be more just in natural positions. The ones as you go further up,
They were at
some of
ground
them look-
zero.
yeah, they were at ground zero. The guys above them saw everything and tried to run and do whatever, try to like hide and stuff. You see a couple like in boxes that are just dead. However, you do also see one other thing amongst all the dead. In this pin, right here. Yeah. Just get you something real quick. You see a large creation that seems to be, it has like scaffolding on each side of it. And it does appear to be dormant. Hey, Dustin,
Hello?
here's your better golem.
Yo. That one is made of metal. I could probably still break it, though.
It was already here. That's why I was laughing last week. I was like,
Mhm.
but yeah, other than that, you see just bodies. You don't see any survivors. And then the last little bit,
Does the golem seem active or just standing there not doing anything?
Seems
it
dormant.
just seems like it's completely dormant.
As we Theros will be describing to everybody, as I'm going to be trying to get it on the, if there's not enough dust or anything on the ground to sketch it out, I'm trying to draw the layout of the complex as we're going. Also,
Yeah. Other than that, there is a pathway above you. There are a couple down that you haven't seen previously. But yeah, even as you pass through, as you get over here, there seems to be a door there. Can you pass through doors?
if there's at least a 1-inch gap in it,
There's no gap. Although I would say, roll an investigation check. Ooh, natural 20. You find this door, and the outside of the door looks like it was damaged by whatever came through anyways, but it looks like it could be a fairly thick door. As you kind of look around the top and the sides for any type of gap to go through, no luck. It looks like there should be a gap at the bottom, but as you go down, it looks like there's something that's been shoved under the door, like a blanket or some sort of fabric, and you find no way to get through.
found a door. There could be survivors. It looks like they've barricaded a door and stuffed all the gaps. So if what was released was gaseous only, perhaps they survived. But it's past the dragon and the golems. There may be another way around. Let me check. And then I'm gonna
Yeah, you
kind
go
of
back
guessing as I'm sketching this out.
Mhm.
What about?
Well, there's two tunnels down here.
Yeah, say what about here first?
This one. There's another one of those really large blue metallic stone golems, like the one that he broke earlier. It seems to just be sitting there dormant also. This one.
You can just reveal the whole map.
Nope. Still one room. I think I almost need to whisper you this one, but if I whisper it to you, they can read it anyway, so I'm going to send it to you in Discord.
Okay.
But,
It should always be in Discord.
No, I know.
Holy shit, those rolls you posted in Discord.
Yeah, no, it's going to be one of those nights.
The Discord DMs for stream to see. None of us are in stream. And you're able to move up. I assume Baron is probably with us as well.
Yeah,
Although
there's
what I think Baron would do is I think he would help the people get the doors out, and then like once they like leave the cave, he'd come back. So if they're still getting people out, he's still back there helping.
Yeah, because we're in like a direct path kind of between. It's the longest part of that distance is going through the room where the broken dragon was. So everything in here, you guys are probably just waiting as Theris is scouting it out, and people are moving things back and forth. And I think, yeah, that's easy enough to do.
Yeah.
Baron, there's something here you may be interested in. I'm not sure what you would call it. It looks like it would be a golem as well, but as if someone like of your stature would pilot it.
Huh? What? Like you get inside of a golem? Is that what you're telling me right now?
It looks like as if with lots of pipes and gears, as if it were steam powered, maybe.
Steam powered. Is steam powered pretty common in Dwarven culture? I'm not sure.
You would be really aware. You deal more with crafting. As far as like the mechanical, you know that there are people that dabble in things, and you've seen some contraptions.
There were some down here.
Just kind of depends. Yeah, you have seen some down here. But I wouldn't say it's super prevalent. You'd be like, oh, look, it's a steam golem.
Well, what's stopping it from being you crawl inside and then it just squishes you to death, eh?
No. It turns you
Do
into
my
Diamond.
best to kind of like sketch it out. Hang on. I suck at performance, but
Solomon goes to kill it.
Solomon is
hang on.
probably
Let me
going
change this to
go catch up.
dexterity for drawing. It doesn't matter. It's the same bonus.
So what Theris had just found, basically it's some sort of dwarven mech suit.
Yeah.
Wow, does anyone tell Tanya about this?
You were right next to Baird when he told him.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna tell Baron, hey, drag those things out, and I'm gonna go take a look at this mech suit.
I think he'd be more concerned about the people than the shiny new toy. So until these guys are done, Baron's gonna stay there.
Well, it's on the way. We will have to pass by that before we can get to whoever's, if anyone's behind that door.
Oh, I'm talking about the people in the northern room up.
They already
here.
brought back Deft brought back a group of people to get them.
Yeah, he's helping them at the moment.
No, he already finished.
Oh, all of them.
By the time you do that in Scout, I would say, because he goes around the entire cave system, and while it's measured in feet for combat, like I like to picture these caves are a little bit bigger.
Mhm.
So basically, by the time he makes his full rounds, I would
These
say
are 30-foot squares.
Spread out. Exactly. In my mind, they can be. These are big, huge caves. Ooh, big, huge.
After
We gotta reset bingo cards.
after Tanya helps get
So-
everyone out, then she'll go over to Theris and ask, "So, where's this mech suit?"
He told you. It's
Yeah, I'll lead everybody.
It's where the eye is.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna peer in here just to be safe.
Tanya just pushes right past Ari.
Are you just like looking in, or are you going in and about?
I'm gonna peer in. I'm not walking in.
I don't see anything.
All right, nothing that's gonna body me if I walk past.
Say, be cautious of the next cavern. There's one of those golem guardians.
Solomon sees it out of the corner of his eye. There's another one of the golems in the middle of the room on the right side.
I create an echo 30 feet away, and I just bamf over to it.
Yep.
I'm not walking past that. I'll just dismiss it.
Where's the golem?
The black square. Oh, the golem? The golem that's gonna probably hurt us is here.
But the mech suit's down in the black square, right?
Yeah, the bigger one. Yeah.
It is. I'll show you. It's right there.
Now, Nobel, if I touch this, it's not going to throw the whole campaign off like the last thing I touched, now will it?
I make no promises.
Do I see anything else in this room other than the mech suit?
No, it just appears like it was left in here, like maybe someone had been working on it, or just was left here for storage. You're not sure.
Can I inspect it to see if it's workable or not?
Oh wait, hasted is no longer.
Sure, you could roll an investigation check.
Can I get advantage if I have scout help me?
For this, yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, first roll was better.
Now
Yeah.
do Flash of Genius yourself.
I don't have a good token for this, so we're going to use this one because I think it's funny as hell. There you go. You get a K Golem token.
Hell yeah.
From what you can tell, it doesn't look. It's not like necessarily magically enchanted. This is completely mechanical. Compared to the other things you've seen down here, this doesn't look super high tech. But as far as like things you're used to dealing with, that are just built and not necessarily enchanted, looks like it could definitely do some damage. If you can find a way to get inside of it, you probably could figure out how to operate it.
Can I look for a hatch or some way to pop it open?
So,
Roll a tinkering check.
how tall is Tanya at the moment?
How tall are you, Tanya?
Good question.
You do have
She's
luck
like
points too.
490,
I think.
411, something like that.
61.8.
She's what, 13 now?
I think she's 14.
We didn't have a birthday party.
61 centimeters. I guess centimeters. Maybe that I put that as.
Asshole. She can fit in it though. You look around, you don't see any way to get in. I mean, you can definitely tell you're meant to operate it from the inside. It doesn't look like it has anything that would make it operate on its own or be enchanted.
You see anything, Scout?
Let's see. You watch Scout just kind of hovers around it a little bit, not being as advanced as the one Strix took home with him. And then you watch it kind of slowly stop in front of its mouth, and it flies up into the nose cavity. And then you just hear like a clicking sound, and the mouth opens up.
I'm gonna look inside.
Yeah, it looks like there's just like a little harness you can harness yourself into. You see some like rudimentary control devices.
You know what? Damn straight, I'm going in there.
All right. So you get inside, strap yourself in.
Yep. Gonna look around, see how everything looks. Try to boot it up.
Roll a D100. Or you can have chat rolling for you. Up to you.
Yeah, let chat roll. They'll probably roll better than
Do you have
me.
anyone to pick
Excel
up?
is here, so
Oh.
Better stop running off. I'm just waiting for them to finish before we continue with this part.
I mean, they're taking a long time. I'm just going to continue.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys can continue.
Alright, so while they're doing that, Ari's going to create one of her camo boxes here and duck down and try and sneak past.
What does your camo box look like?
Basically, it's a box that tries to, on this side, it's going to paint an image of like the stuff behind it. And it doesn't really matter on this side. Basically, she's trying to obscure line of sight or make it look like nothing's passing underneath the 5-foot box.
I will say the illusion part is not hard to do, but the fine details of it. Roll a performance check for me real quick.
48 from chat.
Easy enough, you kind of can slip by. Tanya, you try to activate it. You think you know what you should do, but nothing.
I'm gonna give it a swift. What all mechanics do? Give it a kick.
You kick it, you just hear gears starting to turn, and you hear like a little team. I need Solomon, Ari, Baron, and Tanya to all. Actually, not you, Tanya, but Baron to roll perception checks. In fact, I will even let Theris, Patrick, and Deft roll perception checks at disadvantage.
Well, I was about to say, did Patrick and Duff follow Ari and Solomon?
No, Patrick's still looking at the hole.
What about Duft?
That's probably keeping an eye on Theris while he's using his eyeball.
Okay.
Holy crap, Ari got a 21 perception.
Solomon is very, very intense. And somehow doesn't manage to hear this. Ari, you hear this without issue. Patrick, you actually hear this without issue. Theris hears it. Deft by default automatically hears it no matter what I roll. Baron's having too much fun kind of watching Tanya and Tanya's machine like starting up. They hear it, but they don't really come to recognize how loud it is as a giant steam whistle goes off as this thing starts. And it just goes throughout the entire cavern.
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm wearing a helmet. It's hard to hear.
What was that?
I gotta take the dog out. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Hmm.
Wow.
And you just hear as it sounds like something quite large is beginning to move.
From which direction, please?
Oh, you don't hear it. You're too far up. This is for them on the other side. So like Ari and Solomon probably not still paying attention with his low roll, but Ari and Baron are probably picking on this now. Tanya can't really tell because she's inside a very loud machine and having probably a good amount of time.
I'm gonna start testing out the machine because I don't hear the footsteps.
Yeah, give me 1 second to put something on this.
Now, do I add more to the problem by knocking on this door?
Sure.
You know you want to.
Yeah, I do.
Just remember, if there's a book there, you want to read it out loud.
Solomon
We'll
will
use
give
this
like
one.
3 fairly loud knocks onto this door.
There you go, Tanya. I'll give you something fun to fight. All right, do you knock on the door? Boom, boom, boom. Roll a D100 or have chat. Roll one. Your choice.
Chat can roll it.
And you can see where Theris had mentioned that there's like blankets stuffed under the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll wait for the D100 for that one. Tanya, what button do you want to press or what lever do you want to pull?
82.
82.
I'm gonna pull the lever to the left.
Sure. You hit on the door, Solomon. You don't hear any response.
Does it open?
No. It seems like you tried the door. It's either locked or barricaded. Tanya. Thankfully, Baron is immune to fire damage as you just push out this massive amount of steam, which would have given him 18 points of fire damage, but he is immune. You steam clean the ground around you.
Oh, well, that's actually dangerous. Maybe hold off on pulling any more levers. You might hurt somebody else. You're lucky it was me.
Yeah.
There's something moving in the other room.
No, I can't hear anything while I'm inside this machine. I can barely hear you.
What? You need
What?
more of those new sending stones to get through this.
Just gonna go ahead and roll one of these. She like presses up against the wall, trying to keep an eye on it. Solomon.
Is it a push or pull door?
It would be a push.
Okay. Oh, that
Well,
makes
you don't want to give it an athletics check? You still have a plus 20 strength or some crazy ass shit?
Yeah, no, I was basically gonna wrench it open, but I guess I'll shoulder check it open.
Sure. Whichever one you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bash this open because I don't hear anything wrong. $24.
You smack into it. You watch as dust kind of falls from above it, but the door holds. It's a fairly thick door, and it does feel like there's something definitely behind it.
Oh. Oh.
Or you just watch this large golem kind of look towards the right, look towards the left, look towards the right, and it starts pushing its way. It's like grinding parts of the stone off the wall as it goes by.
Can Tanya figure out how to get the thing moving?
Sure. You roll a d100.
Solomon, we got a problem.
No.
That golem's active.
You're like, let's try this one. And you just watch as this giant streak of lightning shoots out, and it looks like there's a javelin that shoots out of your shoulder, and the lightning goes to it, and it just shoots out across the room and smacks into the wall.
That wasn't me.
So when do we roll?
Was it you? You're the only one in there.
Yeah. How close can we get to this golem before?
I'm gonna yell, "Scout, stop pressing those
Well,
buttons!"
it's kind of grinding through parts of the wall,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a little bit slower, but
I might as well smack this thing, I guess.
all right. So you guys run up behind it. Roll. Are you trying to sneak up on it, or are you just running up on it?
When do I sneak?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we're just running up on it.
All right. So as you run up, I do need everyone to roll initiative.
Ari hops up onto a box.
This is going to be hilarious.
That -2 to my initiative, man.
No, like,
Oh
you
my
just
god!
You just rock'em sock'em robots.
I gotta roll for deft.
And I think Theris is still away.
So with this thing scraping and scrying, do any of us here in this little pocket over here?
I'm back.
Initiative, good sir. You're not in immediate danger, but they may be, as you hear loud steam whistles go off in the distance.
Middle of the pack. What?
And now he's moving up in the initiative world. All right, so that brings us to Mr. Deft, which, oh man, that can't be good. And he's gonna kind of shake your shoulder, Theris, and let you know something's going on. He will move to about here.
He can double dash as a rogue, can't he?
I know. I'm just seeing what I want to do. What's the pink square?
Rubble, rough terrain, basically.
The old.
That's the
golem.
remnants of the other golem.
Patrick.
And I see this thing scraping through the halls.
You hear the scraping. If you get a little bit closer, you probably see it because it's kind of like a tight corner.
5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Is it occupying these 2 squares yet?
Which ones?
The ones like right in front of the wall.
You could try to squeeze by potentially, just because it is bigger.
No, I think I'm gonna hit it from here.
Sure.
Okay, monks get 2 attacks, right?
Yeah,
You get multi-attack. It depends what you're attacking with, but so if you're just like doing fists, you got your main hand twice and your offhand once, and then you can do flurry of blows and all of that good stuff.
And your fist also counts as an offhand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take the attack action, and I'm going to try to hit this thing twice as I kind of like walk down the hallway, see that the thing's like scraping through and like pursuing something, and then like the next moment I'm just like in front of it, and like I'm kind of caught off guard by how fast I moved as I try to take a swing at it, and that dropped. That is a hit.
Mhm.
1 second. I can do stuff on this. Let me just make sure. I would like it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
It is knocked prone as he kind of like slides in and like takes out its knee from under it, and it kind of like kneels down and it exposes its head. Does it take key? It doesn't sound like it takes key. It's open hand technique in my abilities list.
Let's see. Yeah, you're missing some stuff here. Thing we're trying to.
Yeah,
get
I copy pasted a few in there.
Starting when you choose this third information.
You can manipulate your enemy's key when you harness your own. Whenever you hit a creature with one of the attack. Oh, by Fury of Blows. Okay. So I have to do Fury of Blows first before I can do that.
That's fine.
I'll spend a key to say I'm Fury of Blowsing right now.
Yeah.
So and now since it is prone,
well, it's prone once you hit it with the Fury of Blows.
Okay. So let me take that off of him because I need to do 3 attacks before then.
Well, I think.
What am I going to do on a natty 1?
Flurry of blows can only be made after you make an attack.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I.
Punch.
Yep.
First one is much more effective than that second one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say you just kind of like hit it, and you hit a really hard spot, and it seems to have absolutely no effect.
All right. Here is the first Fury of Blows attack. Another hard spot. Here's the second one.
Oh no!
Another hard spot. Yeah. So he doesn't get tripped, and then the bonus action.
Flurry of Blows does take your bonus action.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
then
you just get some extra attacks.
You do attack 2 more times instead of the 1.
Oh,
He did too.
okay.
So
Yeah.
you get 4 attacks total.
Okay, so you're a fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a good way to think of it.
You already need to make 4 though, right?
Yeah. I've already made 4, yeah. But he's not going to be knocked prone because I didn't hit him with a flurry attack, so that failed isn't going to happen.
If you'd hit him, it would have failed automatically. But
yeah, so
that head is hard, man.
Yeah, I just kind of run into him, and I like it. It just sounds like a weird slapping more than like fist punching.
I still think the Matrix meme I sent you is the most appropriate for Patrick.
It really is. It really is.
I know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu.
All right, so how this is going to work for this encounter, or until you break this thing, Tanya, as long as you are inside of this thing, it will go on your turn, and you can try to operate it to the best of your ability to greater or detrimental effect. Or you can try to get out. Up to you.
Sounds good.
But you got to figure it out on your turn anyways. It is now your turn, so now you got to figure it out.
Do I realize the thing's coming this way or not yet?
I'd say probably at this point, you kind of hear noises coming from out there. You are getting more of the feel of this thing. I'd say you'd be aware.
I'm gonna try.
Baron probably is alerting you as well, I would imagine.
You can give it one more try to move it.
Yeah, roll a D100. All right. It begins to move, so you can move it 30 feet. So it'll go 5, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Do I see the thing? I see the golem from here?
You see parts of it, yeah.
Can I pull the lever that shot the javelin?
You most certainly can.
I'm gonna pull the lever that shot the javelin.
All right. You fire. You're not sure how many of these you have because you can't really see the outside. Let's see. That is a 25. That definitely hits. It's going to check this. So this is the piercing component it takes. And then you just watch as it leaves this giant streak of lightning behind it. It failed. That's so pathetic.
Wow.
It's got no room to move.
Oh no.
Boo.
It's the lightning.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not my other version right now. Holy crap.
Just look depressed.
You did.
You just watch as you hit it, Tanya, and all of a sudden, Patrick, you notice this. It seems to begin to move quicker.
Oh.
Whoops.
So you should have mounted your cannons first.
I just thought it as like after I already rolled it, you rolled the attack. I was like, shit, I should have made the cannons on top of it.
All right, Ferris, what do you want to do? You're currently Deft kind of gave you the heads up. Something's going on. You had your eye over there, anyways. Do you stay over here? Do you fall behind Deft? What's your plan? Derek. He might be. Oh, did he say you've taken the dog out?
I thought he came back to roll initiative. And he didn't say it was going away since.
You know what we need to. You know what we need?
What's that?
We need like a Theris AFK overlay. So you can just, like, turn on
The sticker.
whenever he goes. Yeah, whenever he goes AFK during stream.
All right. Well, we'll see what he wants to do when he gets back. He's on the opposite side, anyways. That makes it the golem's turn.
I love being the only target.
It has so many decisions to make.
All right. It's going to make all of its attacks at you.
Yep.
Duck, dodge, and weave. Just out of random curiosity, as it's caught in a very narrow corridor, how easily can it swing?
It's a little bit bigger than it looks, and it has broken most of the stone that is there. That's why it took for a while for it to get through, and it didn't just run in. You take... Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Wait a minute. There was supposed to be more dice on that.
There
drop it to
need to be more dice.
I dropped it on the wrong character. Hold on. There's more dice. I dropped the buff on...
Should I heal for 20?
Let me see. No. I'll just roll more dice.
Oh, I already healed. Okay.
I'll put this back on him. All right, so you take an additional 18 points of damage, lightning based. Do you have any resistance?
I don't think I have any resistances on this version of him.
All right, 38 points of damage total.
Okay.
And then it's second attack.
Okay.
Oh, that rolled off a natural 20 to a 2.
Oh.
You just watch as his sword hits the ground to the side of you, breaks the mine track.
Oh, it's a sword?
He's got a sword and a giant fist.
Oh.
This guy's just chilling. He's having a great day. You don't know how long he's been down here. Baron. You can run under the golem's legs also.
He can?
He can. He's short. It's just tall enough for him to fit under.
He's 5 foot.
Yeah. It's a pretty hefty golem.
That's not that short, though.
Compared to the golem. He has to, like, duck, but he can go under the golem and go up the cave or see under it if he wants.
Okay. Then I.
Or he could run head first into it. Up to you.
Gosh, he's got so many.
Spellcasters, man.
I know. I think I'm probably just going to end up throwing the hammer.
I will say it's a lot easier playing a spellcaster when you literally played it from like level 1 up, because you know all your stuff so well, as opposed to like getting dropped like, here's a 17th level caster. Go nuts.
Yeah, which has been my only experience with spellcasters, pretty much.
All right. Campaign 2, you get to start. This will be your first time starting from level, well, not from base level. I'm not doing us at level 1.
Well, yeah, he's also starting as a fighter, so that makes it different.
Yeah, but this is your first character who will be at the start of the campaign. You joined in for Tuesday pretty early on, but you never got to start in a fresh one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chuck my hammer at this guy. Is that too close to be disadvantage if I throw it?
No, you're good. In fact, read the hammer. Does it say, is it giant size or actual giant? I think it's actual giant.
I think it's actual giants.
I think
if the target is a giant, 2d8.
Okay. All right. So don't forget, I think he gets the fire bonus to his throw as well.
I need to see if I hit that first. I do.
Yeah, he's pretty beefy.
Where is? I just had it. Oh, come on. There it is. Yeah, so he's gonna like run out of the hallway and say, "We found a better robot than you," and then chuck his hammer at it.
Ooh.
I don't know his bonus action spells well enough, so I'm just gonna end his
I would
turn.
say, based on that, when you threw your hammer at it, just based on your smithing experience, you could tell that while you impacted with your hammer, that fire damage seemed to do nothing.
Ooh. Gosh dang, I hate it when they're made of good metal. Why can't everything be shoddy?
Well, seeing the scorching flames go or wash over it and not really impact it, greatly limits her ability to harm this thing.
I left my keys in my other car. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Do you got any buffs?
Got a couple of. You can change out. Oh, that's right, because you don't. I'm gonna go get a drink while you think about what to do.
This thing's tough. It's slow.
You know, I don't know what kind of person would take someone's sorcerer. I'm sorry, that's just plain mean.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of person would do something like that.
Yeah, imagine somebody taking someone's entire spell slots, though.
Well, the best part, because Techno loves it too, is I allow all of the extra option ones as well. So how many abilities do you have you can use your points on now?
None.
No, like when you have points.
How many meta magic?
Well, meta magic, and then all the extra bonus ones that they added in. What's like? I think you have like
5
over
or 6
10
different things.
Yeah, you have a lot of options. Changing element types.
Yeah. So
are you back yet, there? Before we go too far.
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry.
It is your go.
Yeah, it's your turn. Before.
Sorry, I've had a child with issues.
No worries. So last Deft was like, oh man, you saw anyways, but the giant seamless one-off, they kind of started heading this way to go figure out what's going on and help these guys or help get them out of trouble. Do you want to stay there or are you going to fall after Deft? The downside is they're all very fast.
I can maintain concentration. I'll just leave the eye where it's at and I'll start heading that way with Deft.
Sure. You got all your new toys coded?
Dang, I can't. Yes. 5, 10, 20, 25, 35, 10, 30. Oops, I'm on a half.
You're like in the middle of 4.
That's my go.
Okay. Your
All
turn,
right.
right?
So first thing Ari's going to do, because she doesn't know those two are on their way, and there's already a ton of noise, she's going to do a long whistle.
Sure.
At which point, she's then going to bonus action conjure up a 5th level Shadow Blade, where she hops off the box, extending her arm out. Run forward a little bit.
Also, just so you're aware, at the end of its turn, that lightning that was making it course faster dissipated.
Okay. Are these torches lit?
No, all the torches are out.
Okay, so it's either dim or dark here.
Yeah, pretty much. The stone does glow, but the tunnels of stone do not.
All right. I'm going to throw my Shadow Blade at it.
Sure.
Oh, that should be an advantage. It's a good thing too. It was
Sometimes what's meant to be is meant to
so
be.
you just see this blackened blade just punch into the wall behind it, or over here. And that is
I don't even have a character to make fun of you with. All right. Thunder doesn't go in your turn. Solomon.
Okay.
Exactly like the one from before. Except apparently he has far better luck.
I'm just gonna create an echo. And then I'm just gonna sit down on the box. Because I don't know how much ranged attacks are gonna get thrown at this thing in a
Fair.
information poor encounter. Okay. I'll make 3 attacks with the mace. This I don't think I get advantage on this, do I?
Not specifically, no.
I didn't think so. First attack. Ooh. Ooh.
Very nice.
Wow.
Second attack. There we go.
thankfully there was no one around to take that.
Thankfully, it's through the echo too.
Roll a D100 real quick, Solomon.
90.
Ari, roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
You had to open your mouth.
All right, so you watch as it goes to swing for the second shot, and the hammer flies out of its hand towards you. Thankfully,
I was supposed to say she's just like immediately caught off guard.
go ahead and just drop damage on Ari real quick.
The mace on Nari.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Ow. She immediately throws you a glare.
Solomon looks genuinely confused on how that happened.
I thought you were going to get another one for a minute.
God, that would have been hilarious.
Hey, hitting party members is Tanya's job, okay? We all have our contribution. Tanya blows shit up, builds things, fixes things, and hits us in the back of the head with stuff.
I was gonna say, don't take my job.
Yeah, Solomon will look at the mace and say, well, that's not normally possible. And that's my turn.
All right. I should reset the round. Oh well. Ari.
I guess it is. Bonus action. She's
Summon it
going
back?
to summon the blade back, and we're going to throw it at it again.
All right. Hope it goes better than last time. It went one better than last time. Unfortunately, still not enough.
She's like, as she's throwing the blade, she's still glaring at it.
So fire's not going to work. That means heat metal's not going to work. Is this thing a person?
It is not a person now.
A place or a thing.
That wouldn't work. You know, let me. I haven't used this one before. Okay. Bane or Blessed?
That depends on who you want to bless.
Yeah, say Bane, bless always works. Bane is clutch, but if it's resisted, then
Bless will work. Patrick, Baron, and the Dwarven Steam Armor. Those are the only people you can see right now from where you are.
Yeah.
So it just depends on whether or not
You could
want penalties or.
What's the distance on Bless? Is it 60 or 30?
I believe it's 30. 60. Is it 30?
Yeah. At that, Solomon might be just out of range too, where you are. Yeah, because you can see Baron for sure.
Well, it is Baron's turn, so I hope he can see himself.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were on Patrick yeah, I got you. So you could do Tanya, you could do yourself and Baron at level 1 if you wanted.
Yeah, I think I'll do a bless. Just a nice little bless.
Bless is a great spell.
It sure is. And mark off the slot. And that's his turn.
All right. You go on Tanya's turn. Dev's turn. Oh man, this is so much easier when I could teleport. 5, 15. Right, 40. No, 30. All right, so that's my action. Bonus action dash. Kind of sits next to you in the hallway. I don't get advantage, but I can qualify for sneak attack. Stay right there, Patrick. I got this.
Wow, you really do.
Sneaky, 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 and 40 points of damage, reduced to 29. Let's see. That's not worth wasting a reroll on. Some low ones, but I'm assuming Patrick's going to one-shot this anyways.
Oh, if I want to spend key on it, maybe.
I leave that up to you. Your turn.
How is it looking? Just wounded? Okay.
Yeah, this thing is quite well off.
If you don't attack, can you still flurry of blows?
It specifies after the attack action. Correct. You can then immediately make a flurry of blows for 1 key point. As a bonus
can I still bonus action offhand?
Not if you flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows is kind of like part of your offhand. It's 2 strikes opposed to 1.
So if I don't attack, I can. Okay.
So offhand, you have to do a main hand to do an offhand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flurry of blows is basically just better offhand.
Oh, ain't that just...
Doubles you up.
And doesn't have the damage penalty without a feat.
Correct. And when you're a martial artist with magical fists, it's even better. Especially at level 17.
Why was
17,
everything
18? Are we
taken?
doing 17 or 18? That's what I thought.
We're 18.
Yeah, I'll hit it. Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah, that hits just a little bit.
Let me just reread something. Yeah, sure. I'll spend 3 key points to set Quivering Palm on this man.
All right, force that save.
Nope, I can't.
It's after.
Okay. Yep. Next turn?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I miss, and then I will spend another key point to do Step of the Wind and disengage.
Sure.
And run back towards here.
Wait, Patrick, where are you?
He has like a giant electrical gash in his chest.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, Ari's gonna be so mad at me. Solomon.
You know, let's try and hit this thing 3 times this time. All right. First mace hit. All right. Second. Third. Oh, wait.
I saw that dice.
I saw that too.
Ari's gonna kill you by the end of this game.
No.
Very nice.
She could try.
She could try.
And honestly, I don't think it's worth using a bonus this time around.
All right, Tanya. What are you doing in your mech?
I remember this time I'll put my turrets on it.
Well, you have to get out. You have to do it outside of combat. Because you're inside of it with your turrets in the inside of the thing.
You know what? Can I put the turrets in the mouth?
Roll a tinkering check really quick to see if you can find some sort of rig it.
Open up the cockpit. Just start blasting.
Like, and you look, and you kind of see that you can slide up the protective cover of the eyes, and you can put the cannon in each of the eyes.
Damn straight.
All right, it kind of makes it a little hard to see. You kind of like drop the mouth open a little bit more. You're a little bit more exposed, but it helps you to see with your cannons up there.
And then I'll use my bonus action.
And since you have Spell Sniper, you can easily hit it. Do you move closer to it as well? Or do you shoot first and then move closer? What do you do?
I'll shoot first, then move closer.
All right, so fire your cannons at it. That definitely hits. It can't really move much, so you hit it and it like pushes into the wall, but that's about it.
And then I'll move closer to it.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20.
And then now I'm my turn.
All right. That brings us to its turn. Huh. You know what? I think we should all be a little bit closer, don't you?
No, I don't think so.
You just watch as you hear some sort of weird vibration sound coming from the golem.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to use a magnetic pulse. Let's see. Who can I play with?
I'm in full plate mail.
Oh, it makes it even better.
Ari has very little metal on her.
Do you have any metal?
Yes. I imagine not only would she have like probably some buckle, like a buckle for her belt. I
Your
believe some of
dagger.
the accents. Yeah, her daggers. Some of the accents for her clothing.
All right. So the good news is it only impacts unattended metal objects. However, if you are mostly metal or wearing metal armor, you may not be so fortunate.
I'm
So
definitely not mostly metal.
that's going to be our friend Solomon. That's going to be our friend Patrick.
Baron.
Our friend Baron.
I'm,
The steam golem's already there. I can't pull him any closer than he already is.
I'm technically almost out of the circle.
Nah, you're all metal. You're even worse.
Yeah.
Here, I'll make you feel better. There you go.
Okay. I feel better now.
Yep. All right, so I guess just the three of you.
Are you gonna
middle.
run into your echo? Can your echo stop you?
Oh, two of you have bless, you little shits. Baron succeeds. The two of you do not. Whoop. You fly in towards your echo.
Do I collide with my echo?
Yeah, your echo is tangible, so you would fly into the back of him. And then Patrick, you would fly back where you were.
Question is, would your echo stop you?
Yes.
All right. And then that's on recharge. As his action, he is going to do a spinning cleave.
Does he have reach?
His range is 10.
Yep. All right.
So let me just make sure I got everyone we need.
You'll have to roll a separate one just for the echo.
Baron, I believe, is still safe.
Is it 10 feet from his square?
It should be 10 feet from his square.
So he takes up 3 squares, so Baron technically I think is
Baron gets it. All right, and then this guy, I think that's everybody. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
$31 points of damage to Deft and the Steam Golem.
Do you want to roll one against the echo?
Does Deft want to uncanny dodge?
The attack was, what's the AC of the Echo?
19.
Yeah, I didn't hit him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I rolled them all against. Hold on.
Yeah, the echo's not a
dash roll 2. That's a miss.
Right.
Can Deft Uncanny Dodge and only take 15 points?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah. Or would he want to stab it?
Actually,
can a reaction stab with something on an AoE?
It's an AoE.
I guess that depends on.
It's actually an attack. It is not a save, so it technically qualifies as an attack. So yeah, he'll stab him back. Def likes to stab stuff. I'll get. Would it be flanked? I'll give it to you guys. There's enough of you.
We are in every available square around him.
So
nope.
Whoa.
Sorry, boys.
Did Deft uncanny dodge or did he attack?
He went for an attack.
Okay.
Tried my best. There's your turn.
Let's see. Def moves way faster than me.
That he does.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55. Why can I not go over there? 60.
Might just be the way. Here, let me get rid of some of the.
And that's me.
All right.
Sucks. I can grant powers to a man in the future who can use a familiar to attack from far away, but I cannot.
Not yet. All right, Def's gonna go for another stab. Yeah, at least that one hits.
This is where we find out future Theros is cursed, that he can only grant powers that he himself does not possess.
44 points of damage reduced to 40. Bonus action, disengage. Over here, Theros! Over here! Solomon. What you got, buddy?
Well, first I'm going to eat the attack of opportunity from it to move away. Oh wait, no, I have to see it. Does it attack me?
Your echo?
No, Solomon moved away from it.
No, it does not.
All right, then I will make 3 attacks with my echo against it, and hopefully not hit Ari. 2 ones there. Third attack.
That one does hit.
Narrowing in its AC. It's higher than 18,
And
below 20.
third. I can hit this thing
Less than or equal to 20.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, yeah, no, Solomon's not putting too much into this one.
All right.
Yeah, bonus action, gonna make my blade reappear, and I'm going to throw it at it once more.
You do really kind of need to move down 1 square to get a good line of sight on it because of the corner of that one. There you go. Natural. What? At least you dropped down 1.
Yep. And we actually hit it. That is not.
We did it!
Increase.
I didn't have the heart to tell you. You tried so hard.
It is literally immune to all of my damage.
Like, I got it!
She just kind of looks dumbfounded at it for a moment.
Uh-huh.
All right, you guys got this one.
I'm gonna go check the door.
I can't tell from the. Can I? Is there an angle on it?
You can see it.
Barely. It look like the perfect angle. Can I tell? Is this a construct or?
Looks like it, yeah.
Hang on, let me just. I didn't have.
It's the same as the golem we fought earlier.
Okay, I believe that one.
The last one Patrick punched and it fell apart.
Right, I think it was taking full damage from necrotic. And how damaged is it? Can I tell? I'm not seeing the dot or anything on it.
Not very.
Okay.
It's got maybe a few dents or like a couple of cracks.
Close to half.
You know what? Let me look at something real quick. Scroll. Where's my shit? Close that.
The last one you just got super lucky on because Patrick annihilated it, but it's almost Patrick's turn. We'll see how it fares.
I reach my left hand up and make a grasping fist, and try to bind it with soul chains.
All right, that definitely works. You just watch his chains erupt from the floors and the walls and wrap around him. what we do.
Well, he's incapacitated, so I think he can do nothing.
There's always things to do. Do I have my bonus is recharging? Nope.
That was good timing since it went next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems to be struggling against these chains.
However, I still do not have notes on it for like does the save happen at the end of its turn, at the beginning, or what?
I think it technically happens at the end. So go ahead and make one more on it. Your DC stupid high though. That one did succeed
That's
on.
pretty
Oh.
stupid high. Anybody make it reroll?
I don't think I got anything that can impose a harming effect. No.
Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please.
I don't think luck works on saves or enemy saves, only enemy attacks.
We need a divination wizard.
We
Divination.
used to have one.
Divination wizards can screw around with people's rolls, saving up like specific rolls and just going, nah, you got this time, to both enemies and friends alike.
I played one when Brandon was running his campaign. Hopefully he'll get back to it. But yeah, Lucky you fuck with him all the time. He'd be like, okay, this happens. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
It does not appear just anything good we can necessarily do there. So it does bring up the end of its turn, but that's about it. Tanya.
I pull the other level I saw on the other side.
So
there's 3. The one you haven't pulled?
Yeah, the one I haven't pulled yet.
That is a 30 with your lightning hammer.
This thing likes lightning, it seems.
It takes 15 points of damage, just a 10, and you watch as it begins to be energized again.
I should have with my 2 turret.
It is a disadvantage because you are at point blank range. Unless you want to step back.
Will it take an attack of opportunity then?
Can't take reactions. Well, actually, it can because it just got out.
Yeah, I'll back up a step.
And technically, they're not leaving its area of attack anyway, so it doesn't get one.
I'm just saying, at this rate, this mech isn't doing too well against this kobold.
Patrick, con save for the kobold, please.
I could choose not to do that,
Oh, up to you.
But yeah, he's gonna kind of look at it, snap his fingers in his right hand again. And it crumbles to dust. And it falls apart. It breaks out of the shoulder chains. Patrick sees it gets energized. He panics a little bit, snaps his fingers, and a giant crack emerges from its chest, and then it spreads out and it just shatters and falls to the floor.
Not stone. It just breaks into pieces.
Yeah.
And he is gone.
Well, that worked.
And then Patrick like looks down at himself and sees like the we're out of combat, right?
Mhm.
He looks down at himself and sees like the giant sword gash in his chest, and he kind of just goes, "That's a problem. I wish it would go away." And then it does.
You know what? Tanya's gonna pop out of the mech, go collect the 2 shocking javelins that it shot, and reload them. Try and figure out how to reload it.
Ari shudders for a moment when the soul chains, or when she hears the sounds of chains emerging.
Roll a d100 to see if you can recover them.
Actually,
Okay. Roll an athletics check for the one in the wall.
I am strong, or not.
Unfortunately, you can't get that one out unless you ask someone for help. But you get 1 back. It looks like there's a total of 3. So you put 1 back, so there's 2 right now unless you can get someone to get the other one.
Can someone give me a hand over here? She just yells.
Let me check Baron's stats. Yeah, out of the wall, yeah.
Yeah, I need this javelin.
I forgot I'm tired.
Oh, hold on.
It's pretty high up on the wall of your defense, Baron.
I'm just so sad.
Are they crackling with lightning?
Not anymore now.
Anybody got a pickaxe?
All the dead people on the ground.
I'm gonna just pick up a pickaxe and start hammering away till the javelin comes out.
The dead people are the other way. You can find one, though. There's plenty.
Yeah, I'll go find one and then come back. I need this javelin. I don't know how to make them right now.
Yeah, I'm not helping with that.
Actually, can I use this? What's the strength of the mech suit?
Well, if you manage to get it where you want it to go, it has a strength score of 24.
Ooh, that's better than mine.
This is going to be a problem. I'm just going to yank the javelins out of the wall, hopefully.
Go for it.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
I push it a little closer in.
Aye, that thing is in there. Def's gonna walk up. You see, gentlemen, you have to put all of your strength into it. What is his? Oh, his athletics is. It's not horrible. Oh, let me get a different angle. That's an 8.
Yeah, I just go get a pickaxe.
Easy enough.
And then I'll reload them back into the machine. And then obviously I'm gonna get back in the machine and start trying to get used to moving it around.
Sure. You kind of move it around. It's loud though. Just keep that in mind.
So what was it? There's 3. How many buttons are there? I know there was 3 levers. We figured out what those 3 do. And what.
Well, there's all sorts of different buttons on there, but the main levers, there are 3 for what you've gathered you can attack with. So it seems like it can vent steam every so often. It's got some javelins it can shoot, and then you have a big hammer you can attack with.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I have.
Other than that, there's still a bunch of other things. You just don't know what they do.
are you okay?
I attempt one more time to open up the door with 26.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Everything is good.
She smells.
Thumbs up.
Does 26 open the
We've
door?
got a locked door. Do you think you can open it?
It's not locked.
As you bump the door with the 26, there is a small gap that opens up.
Well,
It stinks in there. Not like dead people, but like smelly people.
I'm going to send my echo in and then look through its senses.
There are 3 unconscious dwarfs, one of which is Lord Dwarven. and looks like 2 of his minions.
I don't know any of these people.
I will retrieve them for you. Let's see.
I know mending works on the turrets to repair them. Can I use that on the mech suit?
No, unfortunately not. Let me just get this guy.
I mean, best thing I can do is swap with my Echo and then move to debris.
Oh no, he died. That guy died. Wrong one.
I'd give you assistance in doing that.
Debris is on the other side.
I can push the door as you try to push it away from the inside. That should work out.
There was enough room where I could swap with my Echo and be inside.
I know you're inside, so you're
Oh.
removing the debris from the inside, and I'm pushing the door, so it should help you push the debris away. Right? I'm trying to give you a.
Yes. My brain was thinking a bunch of rocks were in front of it.
Could have been.
Oops. Come on, Uncle Buddy. All right. There. Another one. All right. Oops. What did I just do? There you go.
Alright. How much stuff was in front of the
Just like some crates and barrels.
Alright, yeah, I'll move them out. I'm not being quiet about it either.
No, nothing seems smooth.
Alright, I will see which ones are dead and which ones are alive.
Roll a medicine check.
You might as well just roll athletics because you're just going to kick them.
No, I'm actually going to see if they're actually alive. Because kicking
You
them...
said you did clear the debris, correct?
I did.
Okay.
Do I roll 3 medicine checks or just 1?
Just one. They all appear to be alive.
I hope they're alive.
Patrick, can you get this? And she'll see about trying to give them some water.
Kind of like try to put
Yeah, I would have been moving with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look dehydrated. You try to give him some water, like you get some in his mouth, but he's completely unconscious. It doesn't look like he's lost hit points. He's just unconscious, probably just passed out from lack of oxygen, but he is somewhat still alive.
Yeah,
Would
I'll give
seem.
whatever medical treatment, unless he needs magical treatment to survive.
They probably just need time to recover or high level magical treatment, but you could probably escort him out of here.
We didn't see any other exits out of here, did we? Or was there more scouting for my eye to do?
No, you found all of the things. So it looks like basically the way you came in is like the only way in and out of the cave, other than there's the tunnel that goes down to the dragon and the tunnel that went down to the drow you guys already had encountered.
Yeah, unless we're wanting to mess with stuff. I mean, that's what we're just supposed to do is rescue people, so.
Can I? So when healing them magically doesn't bring them back up. Basically, is what we're getting at, right?
Yeah.
Correct. You just need to get them out of here.
Am I strong enough to carry any of them?
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'll pick up F.
He has a name.
No, he's F. That's all my computer can process at the moment. I'm sorry.
All right, so you pick up Fritz.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm going to
someone
pay
else
respects.
someone else is probably going to need to grab these people if they want them, dragged out with dignity.
Baron can take.
Baron would probably take the Lord, I would imagine.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Although he's tired.
Yeah, but being tired is an excuse for not helping somebody who's on death's door.
If these dwarves
Sure.
weigh more than 240 pounds with their stuff on, Ari cannot physically move them.
We know.
That's why I just vaguely asked instead of exposing my stats.
Who wants to get the third one?
I'll drag him by the collar.
Fair enough. So you guys take some more time. You get those guys out as well. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
No test, though.
While we're in the trap room, though, once we've deposited the people.
Yeah.
I'm just. Shoot. No. Damn it.
Tanya can't leave this area because the golem's too big.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind.
I'm going to test to see how far my weapon echo can be from me before it disappears.
Max is the same as your echo.
All right.
It is literally just one of your echoes in the form of a weapon.
Curiosity has gotten the better of me. What happens if I try and put my senses through the weapon?
You can certainly try.
I mean, I do try.
What do you do?
Basically create a dagger and then do what I do with the other echoes and put my sight and hearing through it.
You throw it first?
Not at first,
Mm-hmm.
but then I would.
So I would say as you kind of throw it, it seems like you can hear through it. Doesn't seem like you can see through it. But you can kind of sense where it is regardless as well.
Okay.
But it looks like you have some sort of sensory perception through it.
That brings up so many questions I don't want to think about.
All right, so we get everybody out of here.
How far down did this tunnel go?
The pit?
Yeah.
500.
Like 500 feet.
Do you guys go back down that way, or do you want to go towards the other one? From what Theris's recon showed, most of those things are dead. However, you don't know where Tess is.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some other rescue people somewhere else in here, but as far as like your big ticket people, you just found one. You're just missing Tess.
Well, we've explored everything on this level, if I'm not mistaken.
There's the big.
Oh, you still haven't found Tess. Correct.
Did the people outside have supplies like rope we could have taken in?
Probably.
What, you don't have a spool of 5,000 feet of rope?
No, we don't have Bob in this campaign, buddy.
I mean, you could probably get some outside. They didn't have some like directly there.
We need a way out. That's probably a good way down too. I would like rope, yes.
You go knock on the door and ask for it?
Well, when we were like bringing everybody else out, yes.
So you go ahead. How much rope?
700 units.
It just kind of Look at you strangely. We'll see what we can do. I would say if you ask for rope the first time, by the time you take these guys out, they kind of look. Roll a d8 for me.
That's a 6.
They get you 600.
Okay.
Like, this is all we can find. Sorry.
Thank you. And I guess I'll go back and start setting up the rope to go down the pit.
Which pit?
This pit.
All right. Tanya, do you try to maneuver the steam armor all the way up there?
Yeah, I'll try.
D100, please. Tanya's like, I'll be right there. It is the loudest shit, and you just hear like pieces of rock falling and metal scraping. Slowly but surely, though. You make it.
You're not gonna get it down.
Hey, look what I found!
Did y'all want to check out that ancient golem before we left that area?
I'd rather not fight another thing.
Everyone we found in here has been in pretty rough shape. We should probably not linger too much longer.
Why don't we catch it on the upswing? You know, if we're feeling up to it.
Mm-hmm.
After all the other 2 golems turned on and hit us. I don't want that thing coming in and hitting my face in.
Solomon's looking at it's bad. Oh, that was Baron. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
I would say you
no.
guys probably did peek in as well. That golem that was in there that was unattended in the bigger room is probably 3 times the size of the one you just broke.
Yeah, no thank you. Tanya can go on that suicide mission by herself.
I just picture you guys jump down the hole, you find yourself in some sort of trouble, and all of a sudden you just hear boom, boom, and this giant, massive, ancient golem jumps down the hole. Hey guys, I'm going to figure it out. Great.
You guys grab rope while you're up there, right?
600 feet of rope. I was going to tie it off. Is that just going to be a dex check, or?
I have some pittons and hammer.
You tell me what you want to do.
That
Okay,
being said, they did
How
spend
heavy is the robot?
centimeters.
How
2
heavy is
heavy.
the door and steel? We could tie it to the steam armor.
Oh, and use it as an anchor?
You could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fairly heavy.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's use that as the anchor and like fasten it really well.
That way we will, when we come back, we'll get it so I can take it home.
This isn't where I parked my robot.
So could you like shove its fists into the wall to make it even better?
Do we really want to attempt that?
Oh, please. Please try.
You've already made so much noise. What's just gonna shoving 2 robot hands into a wall really gonna do?
Knock everyone into the pit without rope.
You know what? Since he wants me to try it, let's try it.
Just like in the hallway, just both sides of the hallway, just punch your hands in.
Okay. I'd say you kind of, where you are, you kind of punch one into one side and one into the other, and you kind of anchor yourself in. Plus you're heavy.
You're T-posing.
Yep.
Gotta show that supremacy.
All right.
Right. So you exit out the mouth.
Yeah.
All right. You take your cannons with you.
Yeah.
All right. You leave your newly found toy. All right. Who is tying the rope?
I have 14. I have a +4 at the moment. Anybody else beat me
For what?
for a dex check?
You guys could also learn from Nate as well.
I have a
-6.
-6.
What?
Oh wait. I mean, I'm not going to be the one doing it, but you want to see my dex check?
Yeah.
-7.
You just give up halfway through. You forgot all your Boy Scouts.
Ari will provide aid for whoever's tying it through.
I can do it.
All right.
They taught us, in my other life.
Were you a Griffin Scout?
Oh, gods, no. I was Prince.
Why would they teach a prince how to tie a rope?
In case I have to do something like this. You ask a lot of questions for a robot. Oh, I almost was in that 20. 19. It's not. Oh, advantage. Thank you. You're like, yeah, pay attention.
Like,
It's in that 3. So, yeah. You get a fairly good nod on it. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
all right.
Right? I guess we start climbing down.
Patrick,
Yep.
as you're standing at the edge,
Mm-hmm.
let me send you a whisper.
Pro game cannot be ignored anymore.
Oh no, don't worry. I haven't been ignoring it. Okay, Solomon, have you already started climbing down, or are you like getting prepared?
He was getting prepared.
You see Patrick kind of like bend his knees. It looks like he's going to jump.
You're not horrible enough. I'm gonna grab you.
Okay. And then like he like turns to look at you and his eyes blue again, and then it like shifts back to like the green it's become.
What were you doing?
Can I what I was going down.
Solomon will hand you the rope.
I do I need this?
Climb down.
I have a monk question.
Uh-huh.
It's not about slow fall. It's about the unhindered movement, I think is what it is. Or like it was something about like vertical surfaces don't impede your movement anymore.
You
Yeah,
can
at
hardcore
9th
Like
parkour.
run along
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, at 9th level, you gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces without falling during the move. So as long as I keep moving, will I never fall?
So the general concept is within your 6-second period. So it's meant more to like maneuver around. So like if you want to wall run to something else in combat, it's not something that's meant to just run for. So like in theory, yes, if you ran in a circle and circle and circle every single turn and ended up flat, you'd be okay. But you have to be able to, wherever your 6-second slot ends, you have to be in a stable location.
Okay, so you can't like Mario wall jump up stuff. Gotcha.
No.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take the rope from you, and like for a construct, it's really obvious he's confused. But he'll take the rope and start climbing down instead.
How much do you like?
That
lot.
depends. I was just about to send you a whisper about that. Did you say this current model of Patrick weighs more?
Less.
Less? Okay, it's lighter.
Yeah, we use superior metals.
Okay, the last one, my base weight was 450. I'm gonna say 300.
Yeah, you're fine to go down if you want.
Yep, I'll go down.
He's gonna go ahead and fly down.
Test it with the heaviest person first.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but that was exactly what I was doing.
You can't you can't be selfless without being selfish. I get it.
Yep.
All right.
I have a very important question. How's my non-magical equipment after my ordeal?
What specifically?
The rope that I have.
goes in your pack. I mean, in general, you've been hit with a million different things anyways, but I'd say in general, your stuff in your pack probably never was destroyed.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have to blow up Tanya.
No, but like the non-magical element in the abyss. Like the stuff I did got in character creation that was not magical. Oh, I did have a crowbar.
You probably would be okay.
All
Because
right.
nothing extremely bad hit you in any of your deaths.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, let's just climb down and hope for the best.
Yeah. So you guys make your way down. And you find yourself back in a familiar location.
Is the stone wall we put up still there?
Why don't you go look? Here, I'll move you down here. Let me get rid of.
All I see is people artwork on that one.
I got it. All right, let me get you guys moved down here. We have a deft. And the Solomon. All right. There's keys upstairs.
I'm gonna shake the water off myself.
Robotless Tanya. Baron.
I have a bad feeling being in here.
Patrick. I think that's everybody.
My trauma's coming back.
Yep, that's everyone.
No, right.
So what did the two who got down here first want to do?
I think Patrick's like kind of like looking into the water and
This is definitely bringing some memories back.
yeah,
Yeah, I think she would,
very recent memories too.
should probably circle around a few times, see if she spots anything.
It just looks like all the damaged stuff. Before you don't see any bodies, oddly enough, but you do see all of the damaged dock, the boat you guys destroyed, all of the shit you guys blew up.
Okay. Peering into the tunnel, does she see the wall?
At the one at the top of it,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to see it from there because you have to go up the stairs.
How high are the stairs? And how high is the ceiling?
Ceiling, when you are, it's about 10 feet until you get to the middle, and then it goes up higher where those spiders were. And then the stairs go up probably like 15 feet to that top platform, and that's where your wall is at the top. So you get like halfway through the hallway, you can see that there's your stone wall still there.
Before I leave the water, can I see if I can spot anything of Patrick?
Patrick V1?
Yes.
If you want to swim down there, you can certainly try.
I don't need to swim. I'm in full plate. I just sink.
You just think, roll an investigation check with disadvantage.
Oof, oh boy.
Unless someone has the ability to get rid of all the water.
By asking really, really nicely.
That's a negative.
How much
one.
water is there?
You have no idea. A fair amount.
I mean, like a guesstimation. It's like, is this pretty thing? Is it like, dude, this is like 40 foot deep by whatever?
No, I'd say they reduced it 5 feet already. It's somewhere between like 20 to 40 feet, depending on which spot.
I already used up all my dust of dryness.
Hang on, I'm looking up stuff.
She'll fly in and have a peek up the staircase.
Yeah, I have a question. Would the cube of force repel water, but allow me to still go into it?
Which button?
I need to figure that out.
Read through your buttons and let me know which one you're thinking. It's not necessarily impossible, though.
No, just picturing Patrick going to jump in and like submerges a bit and pops up like a buoy.
Patrick, if you hadn't broken the Cobalt Golem, we could have pushed it down here and used its magnet thing to attract all your broken pieces. And hopefully the magnet wouldn't destroy you.
Well, too bad that Tanya didn't think to use Scout to hack it, huh?
Never mind. This is 5th edition. They change shit. Because used to, you had create, destroy water. And I was like, okay, well, you can, I know, destroy quite a large amount, but that's older edition.
Yeah, you can destroy it, but not like a great extent.
I think you could destroy in measurement of gallons. I don't think you'd be able to make a dent in this thing without some serious spell slot dedication.
You could try to get Deftinari to burn it, but it might burn up anything else.
Yeah, I find nothing.
So it comes down to this: is water living matter?
No,
not for spell purposes. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't even know where the water is.
Then probably number 2, because that also non-living matter can't pass through the barrier. Walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through at your discretion. But that just makes me think I just make a bubble on the water and I can't sink.
Roll a D100 or let chat roll one for you.
I guess the main thing would be you can still move through air.
You know what, Excel, it's been a while since I've let you roll for me. Give it a go.
Or you can send Ari down there with her little rebreather she got.
Oh, you could if you wanted to, but can you see underwater?
Not better than anyone else. I mean, it would be for her.
I was going to say, even if she can see underwater, it doesn't mean she sees anything.
That's a spicy. That's a spicy 13.
All right, so you want to go give it a go?
Yeah, I'll give it a go with side number 2 pressed. I got a minute.
All right, so you activate it?
Uh-huh.
Where do you activate it? Like, do you go out there and then activate it, or do you activate it now?
Yeah, I'll use my...
Because I'll have to go with you.
I'll use my unarmored movement, and he just, like, starts walking on the water as, like, this super heavy robot, and he, like, goes to, like, the middle of the lake, turns on the cube, and then whatever happens, happens.
He watches slowly but surely, little bubbles come up, and he begins to sink. And you sink to the floor.
I mean, this is more just so I can see better than actually worrying about my health.
Yeah, it's kind of like being in like a shark cage.
Yeah.
But there's no sharks. So you just kind of sink to the bottom and you have... It's easier to see. A little investigation check.
Oh boy. That was Bairn. That wasn't me. I was like, why do I have a 0 to this? It shouldn't be a 0. It should be a -2.
You look around, you don't see anything specifically over here.
Okay. I mean, I'd wander around until the cube stops and get up.
Well, it's not a flat bottom, too, so there are things you kind of bump into. Can you walk through, what did you say, floors? What?
Walls, floors, and ceilings pass through at my discretion.
Walls, floors, ceilings. I would say that you could probably...
my entire body.
We only took his head in a couple of parts. We got the cube, his head, and like a few little bits and bobs that weren't that important. His like primary part of his body with his armor is down here.
All of my magic items are in this pool of water too, but a lot of them are actually going to be disappearing, actually.
They don't do well underwater for a couple days.
Well, and it's also... my artificer has 2 days left before everything disappears.
Is this wall still here?
Well, actually, Theris, let me send you a Discord message really quick. All right, I sent you a Discord. I'm going to grab Dirk from behind here. Look over.
Do we know the area it's at? Okay. Do I still have the eye with me?
It's duration, not concentration, right? Not that you lost concentration, anyways.
Both.
Concentration for an hour.
It's an hour.
I'd say probably by the time, because we did like 2 rescue trips and our explorations, I'd say you probably use up the hour. But you could use Ben. What's Ben right now? A bird?
Yeah, he's an owl. So
You could have Ben like fly above and see if you could.
is it visible?
He'd have to take a look, or you could just try to sense it.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Up
if
to you.
there's any way to judge it, I mean, sure. I mean, I'll see if I can see it. Try to reach for it, feel it out, something.
Roll either an Arcana check for Theris or roll either an Arcana check for you or a Perception check with Ben as a no, with advantage. Actually, it'd be
let's
flat because
see.
it's looking down through water.
Oh, it'd be flat.
You can also do
And-
both if you want.
I'll say because mine's gonna be better. My Arcana's.
Yeah. Apparently not today, though.
I'll see if Ben's got better. Like you said, at disadvantage.
Just flat because he gets advantage from sight, but disadvantage from the water.
Right. So
Plain old. Let me send you. There you go. That's what you see.
okay. So I kind of warg into him for a moment, and like kind of get an idea of where it's at. And then I step out into the water as far as I can without getting past like my knees, really.
Yeah. So like kind of right where the back of the boat would be. Obviously the boat and the dock aren't there anymore, but you get about like right there.
Yeah, see Theris just kind of walk out there and then raise his left hand, reach up, close his eyes, tilt his head back, kind of like Yoda and Dagobah.
You just
And he
watch.
just holds his hand out, the palm facing down, fingers splayed out, flat, and he's just like concentrating.
And you just watch as the area below just kind of begins to bubble a little bit, and you see a couple of chunks of metal and a bag float out of the water. And they just are all floating out of the water. Whatever you kept your shit in.
Right.
It's basically the leftover bits of you minus a couple of things.
Okay.
He just brings it over and sets it down on the shore.
I imagine the cube ran out by now.
Def's just giving you the eye right now, Theris.
I imagine so.
When did you learn how to do that?
I don't know. It just felt like something I could do.
That is pretty cool.
Up to 1,000 pounds at a time.
All right, so you go through. You do find the remnants of his body. So there's your torso with the modified armor. I forget what else you had on you other than inventions.
I will open him up and let you know. The Dwarven plate.
Yeah, which is more or less the torso of your body.
Okay, so that's recovered.
Yeah, but you're also a monk, so if you wear your armor, you don't get your unarmored bonus.
I'm not going to be wearing it. I'm just going to be carrying it. The Brutus shielding.
That you'd be able to recover.
I'd need to attune to it.
Is the Brutus shielding one you made?
No,
just what you had?
that in character, Baron made it for me. It's his family crest. The
Okay.
Ring of Acid Resistance is also another real one. Did we find that?
Yeah, anything you had that was not something you made, you still have.
Okay. I'll just go through and do this then. Not everybody needs to sit here and watch me fiddle my inventory over.
Yeah, so you just start like taking stock of your parts as you kind of look through what Theris got out of the water for you.
Yeah, and gosh, does it feel weird.
Solomon, you're my curious child. Roll a D100 because you decided to get closer than other people.
Well, technically,
Ari's
Ari-
been by the stairs for
I didn't see you.
entire time.
You get to roll one too. Actually, no, we'll put it on Ari. We'll put it on Ari. This way it's not Solomon's fault.
27.
All right. You kind of approach, you do see the wall. And as you kind of get close, you swear you hear like the sound of music coming from beyond the wall. But it's hard to tell.
She'll quietly make her way a bit closer and try and listen.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll perception checks. Anyone who's close by who wants to see if they can listen through the stone.
She like places her ear up against it.
you know, yeah.
Double 19s. You both kind of sit there and you swear you hear like some sort of like pipe organ or something coming off from the distance, but it's very faint.
As she's a musician, is she able to get what kind of rhythm this organ seems to be going for?
Not between all the layers of stone. You can barely hear it.
Well, Tess obviously hasn't gone this way.
Do you hear that?
Solomon begins leaving.
What you guys find?
The wall.
Oh, that's good then, yeah.
And where's Tess?
Pinky, don't you have a little ball that we were following this whole time? Why don't you try using that?
He's only really good at finding stuff, not really people.
Well, don't you think that you wouldn't have known what she would have been wearing?
He looks over at Ari. No, I don't know what Tess is wearing. I mean, I'm assuming clothes, but I don't know what clothes she has on.
She doesn't have like a ring, a necklace, a hat, hairband.
Pretty far there.
Oh,
Let's
that's a
hope I
good
hear
question.
them talking.
Do we want to
unless you guys would
continue
talk-
or do we want to go back?
Well, if we know what something she has, oh damn it, Leah. Why does she have to go to town? Ari!
Hmm?
Do you have any way of seeing if Tess is down here? Or do you know anything Tess would be carrying?
She puts a finger to her lip and thinks back for a moment. Did she notice any jewelry that she liked to wear?
Not specifically. I mean, not that it stood out as like something she always had on.
Earrings?
Mm-mm. Like she had several different ones she wore, nothing specific.
Hmm.
She'd wear fine clothes and jewelry, though. That was nothing that you would have noticed, like, oh, she's always got that piece on.
Nothing that she's always got on. She looks around everyone else. Is anyone wearing earrings at all? Or any... Yeah.
I don't know if Deft is. I don't think Deft is, but Deft might have one.
His portrait does not indicate that he is.
Does Ari have earrings?
Nope.
Doesn't look like it unless Tanya's rocking some. Or if they're holding out on us.
Holding out with what?
Any earrings?
No.
No earrings here, ma'am.
Well, she might be wearing some.
But I have to know, like, specific earrings.
You can't just search for earrings? You get the closest?
I mean, I can try. He puts earrings. He puts the ball on the ground. It rolls over towards Baron.
I step out of the way.
It like starts following Baron to the shore.
No, I walk back up.
Deft picks up on this, picks it up. Yeah, no, I think maybe it fell too hard. It doesn't look like anyone with earrings is here. And he kind of gives you that look, Ari.
Well, her smile is covered in mask.
See, I can pick on Nick when he's not here.
Yeah, maybe don't look for those ever again.
Noted. Okay. You got any spells, Ari? I mean, if she came through here, right, like the wall would be broken.
Unless she teleported through it.
Why?
She's a wizard.
Patrick's gonna do something dumb.
Or unless
I don't-
put the wall back
No.
up.
No, wizards like to waste spells.
Yeah, plus she's a dragon. She's really strong. Wouldn't she just punch through it?
Someone else could have put the wall back up.
How thick was the wall? Did we make the wall?
I think 5 feet. Just enough to stop the gas.
Alright. These people are taking too long. I guess I'm getting pickaxes.
The best thing I could do if I could hop to another plane or something, I could try and summon her.
I don't think she'd be on a different plane, though, yeah?
Well, no, I'd have to be on a different plane.
But, like, how are you going to get to a different plane?
That's the trouble with it.
Yeah. He'll look back at you, Thirst. You have any way of finding her?
I can send Ben to scout, but typically locating someone was always Leah's forte. Or when Deft had, was it when Deft that had the orb?
Deft can locate objects, and Leah can locate like next to anything because she has every spell. He just kind of sits there. We can't call them already. They just left. Plus, and he looks around. No one has sending, I don't think, right?
No.
I've got Leia's new cell phone.
Maybe let's give them at least a day.
I'm gonna look around. Are there any like spiders or bats or anything in the area?
No, actually, now that you noted out, you haven't seen a single living creature, bug, anything down here.
I'm gonna.
There was not ever a ton of things, but it seems like whatever was here is gone.
I'll send Ben scouting. If he gets past the 100-yard range or 100-foot range, just to keep looking, and if finds any form of life to come back.
Well, so there's two things. So there's one tunnel that leads north, the way that Patrick's standpoint. So Patrick's actually going down that way already currently. Patrick, you go about 300 feet. It's just tunnel and water and dark tunnel. There's a couple of torches every so often that used to be lit, but they all seem to be out. Other than that, the room you're in, you guys walled it off, so there's a wall to the east of you you can't fly past. You didn't really ever find out where those secret passages they were traveling through from the room in the north was. And then it's just 500 feet up, so what you see is pretty much what's there.
I don't think
Do you want to keep going,
yeah,
Patrick?
people came in from behind us.
I
That was Tanya and Jason, if I recall correctly.
mean, it doesn't sound like it's feeling dangerous yet, so yeah, I'll keep going.
How far do you want to go?
I'll send you a whisper.
All right, so Patrick goes off to the north, and he disappears for some time.
I imagine he's traveling underwater.
Solomon's go.
I'm gonna head off with Theris.
We didn't hear the last thing you said, Slumber.
Using his pickaxe to go through the wall.
Sure. Roll an athletics check.
26. Damn, that could have been a 30.
Yeah, you takes a couple of swings, but you start cracking through it, and eventually you break a hole through it. Kind of can crumble the wall down, and you see the familiar center room that you'd seen previously.
I'm just gonna keep going until it's big enough for me to fit through. Actually, what am I saying? It's already big enough for me to fit through.
All right, easy enough.
I echo through.
So you're back in here. You see the two stone walls. So basically, you put one here and one here, and then they put one here.
I forgot. Solomon looks at the walls that he was unaware of.
Yeah, you're still dead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh, also,
Mm-hmm.
you do see something else. Let me send you a whisper. Above the piano.
Look familiar?
Yeah, it looks like what's left of Leah's brother.
Youngest or
The youngest one. It looks like someone left it there very intentionally. Hanging by his own chain weapons. Hearing the stone break, Death will run that way too. Hey, he's got it open.
I'm gonna.
Oh, that looks painful.
Solomon's gonna tank Leah's brother down, let the body fall to the ground, and inspect the chain weapon.
Mm-hmm. It's a non-magical weapon. It's just like chains and blades connected to each other.
Yeah, but it's a weapon he hasn't seen before.
Sure.
We'll pocket that.
Sure.
He wasn't hung up when we left.
No, someone hung him there. Hanging by his own chain weapons. And very, very damaged.
When we left. Someone's definitely been in here.
Anyone else gonna take it down these walls, or am I just gonna have to continue to do so?
I figure our dwarf would be good at it.
Fire's not so great at taking down stone walls.
Oh gosh, what would Baron be doing? Oh gosh.
Anya leave her mech upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, we tied our rope to it.
So the rope wouldn't break or like get disconnected as we were climbing down.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Seeing as most of the people are useless for physical labor, I guess I will decide the direction we're going.
Yeah, I think Baron's gonna stay at the lake. As
Uh,
much as that, as much as saying that out loud makes me uncomfortable, that's what he's gonna do.
Gonna take a
Rust
listen.
Bucket, where are you?
Basically.
Ari's gonna take a listen for that music.
Sure.
I will start going through this door.
Athletics check for you going through the door. Perception check for you trying to hear where the music comes from.
It's very hard to hear over the sounds of ting,
Oof.
ting, ting.
It really is. But yeah, it takes Solomon a while, but after a couple minutes, he breaks through that wall as well.
Deft, do you hear any music?
Ah. Holds the amulet for a second.
Is this crossbow on the bed?
Hold on 1 sec. He's like, I think I hear something on the other side of the wall. It's really quiet though. No, there's no crossbow there.
Right.
You roll investigation check for the room though if you want.
Can you hum it to me?
I can't really. I just hear like it's hard to explain,
Yeah, I'll roll investigation.
but it's definitely coming from over here.
6 or 7.
You wander around the room. There's not a whole lot of anything left. There's the beds themselves, but like even the blankets from the bed, all the stuff from the tables, they're just empty.
Mm.
Like someone packed up and left.
AFK just a minute.
Well, while I'm in here, can I examine the weird crystal I picked up?
Yeah. The limeish green one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull it out.
Mm-hmm. Gonna just look at, like, try and peer through it, see what it is.
You look at it. It just looks to be some sort of a crystal. It looks like it was intentionally like shaped. Other than that, that's just a crystal.
Hey, are we missing a couple?
What's the general shape? Like, is it a spherical?
It's almost like an egg shape, but a little bit. It's picture like a Fabergé egg type shape, but smaller and a little bit rougher edges.
Hey, are we missing a couple?
Oh, Patrick, I think went swimming and was going to the tunnel, and Baron's waiting for him to come back.
Patrick went swimming through a tunnel?
Yeah, apparently this one really likes to swim. I'm assuming he's looking just to see what's down there. Which, speaking of it, you get to 600 feet, it's still just tunnel and water. All right, so Solomon, you don't really find much in there. You guys kind of hear some music. Did you want to keep going, Patrick? Nice. An additional or just to the total?
Total first.
Okay. So you continue on.
All right, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, with no good ability to break through the walls, and
Do I still have that pickaxe that I picked up to get my thing out?
I don't think we were able to.
No, we were able to get it out with the pickaxe.
music is coming from in there, but that's also where
Solomon will slap a pickaxe in your hand, Ari, and go sit down.
One of the only things left in this room are the chairs. So it's like all broken tables. You find like the only chair left that's still got most of its legs.
Mm-hmm.
And just take a breather.
No idea how to use this.
Well, you see,
Get some physical labor in you.
Tanya takes the pickaxe, one hands that thing, and hits the wall.
Roll an athletics check. Go for it.
There were people behind. Oh,
And it flies out of my hand.
Like, see, all you have to do is this, and you hit it, and the wall cracks. I need Deft, Ari, and Tanya to roll a deck save.
Tanya's at the epicenter.
All right. Ari, you succeed. You take half. Deft succeeds. He takes none.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Tanya, you take 34 points of fire damage as the fire rune on the other side of the stone ignites after you crack it. Ari, you take 17. Def just steps out of it like, ooh.
How much did you say?
And then that's
34?
halved again.
34 total for you, and then why is it halved again?
Resistant to fire.
Gotcha.
Hey, what's up, Crusade?
So that would be, what, 8 points?
17.
It's either 8 or 9.
We'll just say 8.
Rounds.
Fine. All right.
I'm assuming it's open.
The wall is now open.
Ari's in like a battle ready position or stance.
You see the hallway? Hey, Simon Bear. Try to delete it. And you just see the hall.
Control.
See a little bit of broken stone on the ground, but that's about it.
That's over to Deft. And back toward the others.
Also, once it explodes, you no longer hear music.
Those bastards.
You fool of a took.
Patrick, at the 1,000-foot mark, it branches off into 3 different paths: a left, a right, and a center. Which way do you wish to go?
Oh. Can I attempt to surface to get more information?
You can kind of climb up. It's just dark, though. You have dark vision?
Nope, I don't think I do.
Okay, so
weird.
this makes this much more interesting as you kind of like have been walking along. Do you have any, like, you have the glow of your eyeball is about all you got going right now. It's like using your phone to try to go pee in the middle of the night when there's no lights and you can't find me.
Can I turn on thermal vision?
Do you have thermal vision?
I don't know, do I?
You don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you.
No, so you just like trying to figure it out. Roll a D100. We'll see. Or you can have a chat to it.
I do not.
For that, Solomon,
Mhm.
you could probably do the bolt, but not the full unit.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Hey,
I
thank you
think
for Crusade for the dono for Hills.
actually, you know what? I'll just give it a good listen. I'll just see if anything's standing out at this intersection. And if it isn't, that's going to influence my next choice.
Sure.
I'm going to use an inspiration.
Auto is also a disadvantage because you can't see.
All right, I'm using an inspiration anyway, so let me just reroll that at disadvantage instead.
You don't hear anything. Like, you don't get you're in danger,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't get any like bearing of like any way to go. It's just quiet water. Like, you hear water droplets every so often, but that's about it. You do hear a slight voice coming down from the other way, though.
Ratsbucket, where are
Okay.
I just need to check something.
you?
Oh, okay.
If you were wondering if that's a big circle, the answer is yes. It is a very big circle.
I was judging the 1,000-foot marker, and then I think I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a cellstone, don't I?
Built into Patrick, yes, you do.
Theris, you have a cellstone, don't you?
He did not get us. He's got his current one. She ended up not giving him one because she only had one other one. She needs to make more from it. She said she'd
Thought
send
she
us
gave
some.
me
Though.
one.
No, she retconned it because it was her last one. She has to replicate that. She said she'd send us more though.
Okay.
So I can't contact Theris's old stone.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yours just has better range and capabilities, but you can still communicate with other ones.
Yeah, I'll communicate to Theris's cellstone and send a message that the northern part of the lake branches off into 3 ways, but it doesn't seem like anyone's gone this direction. And if you still have your eye, it's something to look at.
Eye's gone.
Yeah,
Must
it's
make
gone.
sense.
I relay the information to everyone else. Well,
And-
actually, before we came down here, I put a telepathic bond on everybody. So
I don't. Does that work on me? Because I'm a robot. We said Jason's didn't work.
His is also a freebie version. Let me see.
no, mine. I just do it as a ritual.
No. But what Jason uses versus what you use, Patrick can't use the version Jason used. But yours is a spell. Let me see. What level spell is it?
Rary's telepathic bond.
Mm-hmm.
5th level spell.
You have it prepped?
Ritual.
He rituals it every day.
Oh, you're in combat mode. I was like, where's your spell? Just pull it up really quick. Technically,
Say it's in under my ritual book near the
Oh
top.
no, I'm not worried about that one. I'm just seeing if it would work. Telepathic bond. There we go. 8 willing creatures of your choice. Yeah, I'd say for the sake of the spell, it does work because you are still applicable to psychic damage and all of the downsides as well. So
Okay.
Jason's is a much more free version, is why you're more limited on that one.
Okay.
This is magical and mental.
In for a penny, in for a pound. I kind of want to keep going. I'll take the left path, and everybody can hear that. So I think Baron would come and rejoin you guys as Patrick keeps doing whatever the heck he's doing.
All right, we're gonna move on ahead. This corridor could be trapped, everyone. Careful.
Roll a survival check for me, Patrick.
Okay.
Okay. And kind of get your bearings, and you continue following along the wall.
I make a. Do I have anything that I can use to make a mark so that's way easier coming back?
You'd probably miss it with your limited light, anyways,
That's true.
unless you have other lighting sources.
No, the best I got is torches and tinderboxes, which are absolutely soaked.
Yes, those might not be so useful right now. All right, so while he's on that little mission and Baron comes back, what are you guys back here doing? You got the tunnel open. So basically you see the pathway down where you had sent these spirits before that got in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be a path to the left and a path to the right.
Is this open here?
No, that's doors shut. And that's the big fancy door.
Well, I can't open doors.
You can also see up here. Looks empty. You look up to the left, there's a bunch of weapon racks and some like two strange large metal platforms, but no weapons. There is one it's like a longer rectangular case that you do see, Ari, up in that northern room that looks like it was an armory.
Oh, that is definitely trapped.
Yep, most likely. Is the door open?
There's no doors on those. They're just archways.
Oh, that Solomon's Echo will walk through.
Yeah, it looks like they probably were storing weaponry here. But it looks like whatever is here has been removed other than that one case.
Just gonna place your ear up against the door and have a listen.
Put your up and listen, roll a perception check. Quiet as a mouse.
She'll wave Deft over and have him take a look at the door.
Yep. Solomon will jostle the case.
It's like an actual case. Like you can pick it up. It has a handle. Like big enough for one single item.
It's the Echo, though. D&P can't like physically interact with doors and stuff like that. Prolonged exposures.
Gotcha. So you try to open it?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, just you can roll on it. How do you try to open it?
I have clawed gauntlets. I can, if it's locked.
Sure. Or you have the blade on your armor, I think, too, don't you?
Yep.
Just pop out the blade. Roll just an attack roll. You try to pop it open with the blade.
Damn, -6.
You try to get it in there. Doesn't quite pop it. Looks like it's kind of a little bit nicer built than you thought it was. Unfortunately, all of your drow friends and your dark elf friends are no longer here, so we can't ask them to read you what's on the box.
Is it an Elvish?
You don't know what language it's in.
Oh.
Probably Leah would know. Jason, unlikely, but Leah would know because it comes from her world.
Oh.
But trying to pop it open with the blade didn't seem to set off any traps, at least.
Yeah, Solomon will go retrieve the box.
Yeah. You retrieve it, you open it. Athletics, or you can do another attack with any of your weapons.
Solomon will go...
Or you could have one of your friends open it.
I mean, if anyone stops him when he goes in and is carrying the case out.
Vanguard is currently looking toward the door.
Yeah, Def's examining this door. It's definitely a door.
You know what? I'm going to open this away from the only sittable chair.
Mhm.
You said athletics, you say?
Athletics or an attack roll.
I'm going to use athletics. Just wrench it open. Ouch.
You knock it off the table, it falls to the ground.
Mhm. Well, no. Solomon actually physically went in and grabbed it.
Oh, I know. But like as you're trying to open it and you have it like on a table in that room trying to just pry it open,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like I almost got it, and it just flings it off the table.
All right, yeah. Those picking through 2 5-foot stone walls takes a lot out of you.
Def looks at you, Ari. Here, hold for Brennan for me. And he goes out to hand it to you, and it just disappears. I'm just kidding. Oh, 31 for Thieves' Tools. Think I got it? And you just hear a click.
All right. I'm technically where my echo or where my square is, but I can't see anything otherwise.
Eventually, as it opens it up, you do see inside the case, it looks like it is a case for a bow, but there's no bow inside.
Hmm.
There also appears to be a symbol on the top of the box, but you don't know what it means. Other than that, Def does manage to get that door unlocked, but he does not open it. Still got it.
All right. Where are the others?
Still down the hallway.
You want to do what down the hallway, Tony?
I think.
No, she was just indicating where the others were.
Yeah.
Slumber, you go check out the prison where Strix was held.
Yeah,
Empty. There's some dog shit in one of the cells, but that's about it.
fully empty, nothing in here.
Mm-hmm. Whatever was here seems to have been packed up.
There is Baron.
Aye.
Yes.
She waves down the hall. Find anything down there?
Rusty's just exploring the water. Thinks maybe people were down that way. I'm not sure what he's hoping to accomplish.
Solomon?
Let's see, how far are you from 75 feet? I mean, he'll say no. I don't know if you'll hear him.
FG is locked up. On my screen, you're like 10 feet away from him.
It's so player can see that's an echo.
That's his echo. The square is where Solomon
Oh,
is
okay.
sitting. I can't see through the square, so everything back here was black. This is just an echo.
All right.
So
So
he
what do
says
you
no. Whether or not you hear him is up to you.
do?
Well, where is he shouting from?
It's shouting.
Oh, okay. Well, then no, definitely wouldn't hear.
Do you see the brown square?
Oh.
This is where Solomon is.
Okay, in that case, she'll wave you over as well.
He's not moving.
Solomon, are you coming?
How loud do you speak that?
Not too loud.
Then I don't think he hears you.
Hello. Nudge shoulder.
He'll grab your hand.
Hey.
He basically has a blank stare on his face, like he's not seeing anything.
I'm trying to think if she's seen this before.
Has Theris put his senses through his thing like that?
I mean, yeah, Theris has put his senses through his bird, but I don't think that takes away from his, if I'm not mistaken.
Certain things it does. He can still hear and feel, but as far as like what he sees, actually for his hearing, I think he can hear. He can like see and perceive through the bird, but not all senses correct.
Are you okay?
You talking to Theris or?
Solomon.
I mean, she is talking at Solomon. Solomon is not there at the moment.
Hey, Theris.
Yes.
Come here for a moment.
What's wrong?
I don't know. He's just not fully there. Do you still have a grip on her?
No, like if you pulled away, he'd let go.
Like, has he ever always been completely there to begin with?
Well, just have a look at him. Put a hand on his shoulder and he grabbed me, but
Oh no, he grabbed you before you touched him.
So I gave him a medicine check. I dropped it in the tower.
Looks relatively fine from a physical health perspective.
I
All right,
can't
so
detect anything that seems wrong physically. Something's wrong mentally. I can't tell.
maybe it's something to do with his copies?
Like his what?
You know, the copies he makes.
That he's the only person I've ever seen manifest the skills he has. I'm not familiar with them in the least, or what kind of repercussions. I don't know if this is another entity, sort of a symbiotic thing, or if this is just a power he's developed on his own.
Well, we can't leave him here.
Def looks over at you, Solomon. The echo. He like looks back and what's taking them so long?
I have no idea. Solomon says that.
Is there something that's actually bothering Solomon? Has he said anything?
He said no idea just then.
He's talking to deaf, but when he talks out loud, he talks over where you are too.
Mhm.
It would appear it's just a duplication of sorts. I've seen him trade places with an extension of himself. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I'd say you gather based on your like how you use Ben. He's probably just perceiving through his echo and cannot hear her.
Do you realize that, or
Yeah.
So Def looks over at Solomon, Tanya, and Baron because this is a great group of people for decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just take a peek?
Well, why not? There's nothing down here so far.
You just kind of watch
there
these.
there was that loud sound though. What happened? I wasn't there for that.
Well, you see,
Guys, we gotta be quiet when we crack it open.
What?
Jeez.
I pull out the pickaxe, and you see, I did
What?
this.
Oh, you're holding it all wrong, lass. Here, give it here.
So
Uh-huh.
you kind of crack open the door. There's nothing in here. The pile of gold is there. At the end of the room, there is a singular glowing blue lantern, and floating in the air, probably 10 feet above the lantern, is an
Yes.
unconscious Lady Tess.
Oh,
Just like, oh, that can't be good.
Oh, whoops.
Tess is in there.
Oh.
We yell back, "We found her!"
Guys, doesn't this seem like bait to you?
No one up here will hear him, but Theris will probably hear him. It's like, yeah, that's definitely trapped.
Pinky, what's your specialized C?
Alright, hang on. There's trouble up there, I think.
As you know, the only thing
Pretty sure Tess is in trouble up there. This totally looks like a trap.
you know we're gonna have to trip it just because someone went through the whole effort of building this. It would be wrong not to trip the trap.
Yeah,
There's
but think about how
something-
funny it would be if we didn't.
Is there something Def can disable?
But think of how much time they spent working on this trap.
I don't know where the trap is or what the trap is, but this is definitely like a trap.
Let me read Detect Magic really quick.
Harry runs up down the hall.
Okay, 30 feet, and you can detect magical sources.
Is this a hallway north and south, or are there doors there?
Hallways.
They're just hallways. Those are archways that open up
Okay,
to them.
arches. I was trying to figure out what that part was.
Yeah, so the north part, it's an emptied out armory. There was one rectangular case which he opened. It was like a case for a bow that was not in the case. To the south, it goes to the cells where they found Strix, but there was nothing, nobody in the cell area. Detect magic.
I cast Detect Magic, yep.
You only pick up things that are on your party members.
There's no tripwires or anything, is there?
He'll on investigation check and just look.
Yeah.
The close area.
The echo is 100% magic.
Yeah.
That is a 34 on the investigation check. I don't see any traps.
He steps forward.
Theris, do you have any idea what that lantern is?
Can I even see to make a guess?
Other than it's a lantern, you'd have to actually get within range of it.
Here, stand back. I'll check it. I'll cautiously move up.
As you get forward, you hit an orb, basically the same radius as the area of the gold's on top of that blue circle.
Yeah, I was stopping there anyway. I wasn't going.
So you just kind of touch it, and it's like, seems like she's locked behind something.
Can I detect what kind of is this appear to be a spell, an item causing this?
Roll an Arcana check.
I did.
You gather based on whatever it is, that lantern's probably the source of what this magic is, but you're not sure exactly what kind of magic it is. Def will note while you're looking at it, he's like, everyone looks like they packed up quick.
Someone was studying her?
I'm going to search the rest of the room real quick. Make sure there's nothing valuable or needs something that needs preserving before we proceed with this.
Just, if you can, try and get her out of there quickly. I don't
Is
like
there an
the-
actual piano here?
So I'm going to try to get her
Roll an
out.
investigation check, Solomon.
Oh, God damn it.
And
Why
it's not
me?
an actual piano. It's close, though.
It's an organ.
Oh, hey. An 11.
Not quite. You look over. You remember them talking about organ music. This isn't an organ, though. And you look, this entire thing, all of the keys are made out of bone and have like weird markings on them.
Can't
Detect-
read any of this.
Detect magic gives me the school of magical effects within the area. Do I pick up what school of magic the force field is?
You gather it's some sort of abjuration magic.
Okay, I'd relay that to Theris. Because, boy oh boy, does Baron not know magic.
You know, at this point, Solomon's going to swap with his echo because he needs to speak to the party.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I found something here.
So you replace the one by the piano.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you find?
Very fine made, too. Like, it looks really nice.
It's a organ with bone keys and markings.
Looking at the markings, do they at all look familiar?
Not in the slightest.
Does the piano give off a magical aura?
It does not.
Looking at these symbols, do they seem like just language, or do they seem magical in nature?
Hard to say. You're not familiar with the symbols. Could be. Either.
So, what color is the? It's like blue, right?
Yeah, it's like a blue aura around it.
Is it the same color as the Fabergé egg I found?
No. So your egg is like a lime greenish color.
Got you.
Resonant crystal is like a bluish color, but not like this. This lantern looks completely different.
I'm gonna rest my left hand on the force field itself, and then I'm gonna see if I can will the lantern to pick up, like I did the stuff. Can I lift it off of its rest?
Roll a D100 first of all.
Chat, roll me 100. Excel. You're supposed to roll low. You know this. It's a
What do you
90.
roll? You try to reach out. It seems you're unable to affect this lantern. Although you get this strange, familiar feeling from the lantern. You're not sure why.
So I changed my tactic. Instead of trying to physically move it, I'm going to try to absorb it or whatever is with, like if there's a soul in it.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
That's what I'm trying.
Yeah, well, the D100.
Okay, Crusane, you got this one. Roll 100.
Mm-hmm.
25.
All right, you reach out and you feel the energy from it. You find yourself unable to extract it, but you gain this immediate recognition. You felt this presence of the lantern before when you were in the delve.
What part or what
Remember
situation?
that big red dragon you fought that you guys got teleported to Leah's world with?
It feels like that dragon's soul is in this, or
It feels like that dragon's presence, whether it's a soul or just an anchor, you are uncertain.
you remember before we traveled to Leah's world? I guess you were not with us, Ari. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
That same presence is saturating this. I don't know if this is imbued with the dragon's essence or if it's its horde or something. But I'm very strong connection between the two, of whatever this is.
I don't think we've ever seen what color dragon Tess is, have we?
No, you've never seen Tess and her dragon before.
Is it separate from Tess?
So we're just gonna touch the force field.
You can kind of see where the area is, but you cannot penetrate it.
Do I know or can I tell if there's a connection between the two from the times I've been around Tess, what she feels like?
They feel like two different. You can sense Tess, and the lantern is a totally separate feeling.
Okay.
The
Everybody
dragon
step
from the
back.
delve is from this world. Tess is not from this world. Tess was in that ship. She just happens to also be a dragon.
Everybody step back just in case something goes awry. And I cast anti-magic field.
As you go to cast it,
Mm-hmm.
the aura radiates around you. The barrier does not drop, though.
How big is the aura?
30 feet? 15 feet?
10 foot.
10 foot.
Can't
It doesn't
move
seem like
past
to
the
interact
barrier.
with it. And you just kind of hear this chuckling from the lantern.
I remember the three of you.
You do?
Why do you hold Tess?
Oh, I don't hold anybody. But I see you.
Now, do we see Tess in there?
Yeah, Tess is floating above it.
Yeah.
It just laughs. I have to give it to them. They're a lot smarter than I give them credit for. I didn't think you'd be stupid enough to come back.
We're just here for our friend who's trapped within this field. Or release them and we'll leave.
Well, unfortunately, that's not up to me.
And who is it up to then?
Only the maestro can release the orb.
Is this an actual suit of armor?
And where do we find this?
It's gone.
Okay, good.
Where do we find this said person?
And you just don't get a response.
You're breaking the piano, aren't you?
Hang on.
No.
Now, I'm going to start walking through the room. Any major item, like with the anti-magic field up to see if anything is connected. Maybe if that shuts down, it shuts down the other as well.
I didn't pick anything up with detect magic, so I don't know.
Baron
because it lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Baron hasn't picked up any magic in this room.
Is there any sheet music?
I'm still checking everything.
As you walk around, you don't see anything. There is no music. No. This room got completely packed up, but this piano made of bone was left behind.
You heard the music.
I heard a bit of it.
Do you think that Thorum Bane might be able to do something to the barrier? He was able to seal this whole place away. I mean, if you can't figure out anything to do with it, maybe he could.
If anyone's going to know how to get through that barrier, I think it'll be him.
But will he want to come down here? He did strike me as the hands dirty kind of type.
Maybe. Powerful magic lantern. Usually gets wizards curious.
There's no magical aura coming from that lantern.
Well, she is.
But you said it was it was
The
abjuration.
aura throws off an abjuration feeling, but it does not. The lantern itself has no magic.
What about the thing inside the lantern?
You don't know. There's nothing coming off the lantern that's a magical essence.
Well, unless we're gonna go get him, my next idea is just start hitting the thing. But I feel it would laugh at me.
Sarah's gonna have a walk around the room, try and see if she can't spot signs of a door opening.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check. You just kind of look for like any hidden doors or whatnot.
Out of preference, Solomon is not touching any of the keys.
I
He's
figured.
gonna like rub his hand across the keys, not pressing down though.
All right, so you kind of just rub them. As you rub your fingers over the top of it, you just see the symbols kind of glow as your finger brushes across.
Mm-hmm. I wish I knew how to play piano.
Pinky, aren't you royalty?
Why?
Don't they teach you all those fancy smancy instrument things?
No.
He just kind of like put his head down. Maybe, but that's not the point.
You know how to play a piano?
Just a little bit. You think that thing's safe to play?
Oh, no, not at all.
Absolutely not.
But it's the only lead we got. As far as I can tell, you seem to be immortal.
You guys aren't just saying that because you think if I die, I'll be okay, right? So you know it still hurts.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You get used to it.
All right, someone roll a D100 for Defton in chat.
Oh, no.
It's like, all right.
I pushed this. I think it should be me.
My tutor taught me this one.
It's hot cross buns.
It's like he starts playing chopsticks.
Oh, Christ almighty, I'm going to kick him off the piano if no one...
As you push him off, it's funny. The cheap touches on this sound more like an organ than they do a piano.
Oh gosh, how many pedals does this thing have?
Hey, I wasn't done, and then you just hear it start to play itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this eerie pipe organ music. And you just watch the two big doors shut behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And the lights, little bits that were left in the room,
go out, and you just see the blue light of the lantern shimmering off all the gold below it. So the room's kind of dimly lit.
So Solomon was going to sit down.
At the piano?
Yep.
All right, it keeps picking up this tempo. And then you just watch as this miasma kind of lifts up out of the piano itself.
Mm-hmm.
Ari's going to turn on the mask.
And you just watch as like 4 little bits fly up and start spinning around the room.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Not quite yet. You still have detect magic.
Are they magical?
No.
Oh, great.
Let me get some
Do
things out.
they taste like souls?
Let me show you. All right. We definitely need these. Right. There, so we'll appreciate this one. All right. So you watch as these kind of swirl around the room as they start to take form.
I'm just picturing Mephisto.
Let's see. I think you're on top one. Yes, you are. One form's right above you, 2 feathers. You see 3 banshees appear. And at the center of the room, a very interesting looking creature. And it just kind of sits there and like laments in the music playing. Oh, buddy. And we'll pick up there next week. You remember this fight, There's?
Boss fight. Well,
Boss fight.
Go ahead, Ari.
I said boss fight for next week, though.
Thank you, everybody who hung out with us tonight. Appreciate it very much. There will be no Grimdark tomorrow night because we're short too many people and too many ifs that may or may not make it. However, we may make some 2nd edition characters or sit around and bullshit. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll be streaming some Diablo 4.
I was going to say those last 2 go together quite well.
Yeah. So, yeah, they do. Anyway, thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you when we catch you. Night.
Night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Not everyone.